Hi guys, Thomas and Friends 47 here, and today we're taking a look at the Thomas and Friends All Engines Go Motorized Frosting Diesel. And here on the packaging we can see it is very cute. You have Diesel there with that great expression on the front and side of the box, covered in frosting. It's just so cool. And then here on the other side we can see, or the back I should say, you see it says look for our show, has the All Engines Go title card there, of course all that great information there. Here's the side of the packaging. Here's a look at the top of the box, and of course the bottom of the box. And you'll notice that Mattel logo that is present on this newest wave of All Engines Go engines, which I think is really cool. And of course the Thomas barcode. Alright, but here's Frosting Diesel out of the box. This is a spectacularly detailed engine. You can see that you have the great frosting blobs everywhere. The running board is painted that nice, like almost mint green color. I guess like a teal. Here on the front you'll see the great details, including that face. That is just perfect. And then the buffer beam has the icing dripping through it. That looks amazing how they've done that. Here's the other side, and though it looks similar, it actually is a variation. You can see the icing dripping there, of course, piling up at the bottom. There's little sprinkles, and shocker, the back buffer beam is painted, and I think that's amazing. Usually they don't do that. I think that's cool. Here's a look at the top of the engine. You'll see how it looks like it's splotched everywhere, where it's actually the paint underneath that's painted there instead of the frosting. I think that's pretty cool. Then here's the bottom of the engine. Now, a question I get a lot is how to install the battery, so I'm going to show you how to do that right now. First, you're going to turn the model over, and you'll see a screw there toward the front of the engine. You're going to take and turn that to the left, and then we're going to loosen that screw. And usually you'll hear about 2 clicks. That usually means it's fully out there. And then you're just going to lift the cover off. Sometimes it sticks. If it does, just wiggle it a little bit, and then it will remove just like that. Next, we're going to take and put the batteries in, and you'll see we're just going to line them up there. Make sure to put them with the plus to plus and minus to minus, and always test the motor before putting the shell back on. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to put everything back together. And we're going to tighten the screw there. Once we do that, we're ready to ride the rails. Alright, now let's take a look at the rolling stock and accessory. So we're going to take a look at the rolling stock first, take a look at the accessory a little bit later. And you can see it's basically just a plain flat car. I think that's okay though. You know, these are great pieces of rolling stock to just add into your collection and build really long trains. I do wish there was some variation to it, but other than that, it's not bad. And then here is the other car. Now what would have been really cool too is to put like teal wheels, or that mint green wheels, so that like there was icing dripping down on them. But other than that, you know, it's not too bad. Alright, here's the top and the bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at the accessories that are included, and it's kind of like this oil pump kind of thing. I believe this was in an episode, I'm not entirely sure, but I will say it is printed on both sides, which is very nice. And the hose pieces are actually like a flexible rubber. So you have a little bit of flex to them, which I think is nice. But you can put them together to create this, and it's like this giant art sculpture kind of thing. I believe in show, in universe, it shoots out icing. I think at one time, though, it had been like an oil derrick or something, like an oil pump. Either way, though, very, very cool. And then there's the bottom. Now, here's a size comparison between that and Diesel, and how you can fit it on the car. Alright, so all in all, what do I think of Frosting Diesel? Well, I'm going to be very honest with you. When I first saw this wave revealed, I thought they were very cute. My favorite was Wobbly Cake Thomas, and it still is. I didn't really care for this one at the first time that I saw it. I really liked Wobbly Cake Thomas, but this one was just okay. However, after getting it in person, though Wobbly Cake Thomas is still my favorite, this is definitely a close second, and it has a lot of great details to it. The level of detail that they put in on Diesel, and the way that they've done the painting and everything, is really phenomenal. And for something that could have been just super simple, you know, they could just put a few splotches on it and called it a day, they actually put a lot of thought and effort to how the splotches look on the engine, from painting both sides of the buffer beam, which I think makes a world of a difference, because usually they just leave the backside plain, and there's nothing back there really going on, but now by doing this, it just gives an extra amount of detail. I love it. I also like how they've done the roof. So it's actually, you know, that mint green plastic, and then you have that nice purplish black paint that's been painted on the top to make it look like it's a different layer of frosting, and I think that's really neat too, the way that they've kind of reverse engineered that. it's neat. But yeah, it's amazing model. I think it's really cool. I love the facial expression, and I also like the cargo that comes with it. So this is something that you could easily repaint and put like in a scrapyard model, or, you know, put it somewhere on your layout. It doesn't necessarily have to be All Engines Go to use it with the Trackmaster motorized range world. Now, with that being said, is this engine for everyone? I don't really think so. So if you are an All Engines Go fan, if you're a younger engineer, then I think this is going to be great for you as a collector. But if you are an older fan, or if you're someone who's not really a fan of All Engines Go, if you are a Railway Series, Classic Series, CGI Series purist, you might want to skip over this one. I just don't think it has the appeal to every member of the fandom like Wobbly Cake Thomas did. Just because Wobbly Cake Thomas could be given as a gift for like a birthday or something, this doesn't really fit the birthday theme well enough, I think, to appeal to everyone in the fandom. With that being said, though, there are some great things here, and I do really like this engine and pack. I think Mattel did a great job on it. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.